How about now, broski? Can you hear me? Can you hear us? I don't want to have to tell her. Okay. It's just technology, man. We didn't have anything off, but I just rebooted it. It's the. I always say it's the right before you go live, the crazy stuff happens.
Oh yeah.
And it's the wildest thing to me. And let me just check the other streams and make sure we didn't mess anything up.
Like I said, this live show for you.
That's a live show. So we got that up. Looks like studio's still up. So anyway, go figure, man.
I like it.
All I was saying is the music. I like the music. It gets you going. Hey, Killer Carl. But yeah, man, you get this crazy stuff. Like it happens right before you go live.
Right.
Thank you, Killer. Love your show, man. You're awesome. If you don't follow the Killer Carl, give him a follow on the Rumble side. He brings it hard and fast and all those good things. And I like it. I like it. I can handle the truth, and I like it. Hey, Jake. What to tell? Awesome, man. Somebody blessed you with a bunch of stuff. That's cool. Cool. Well, I'm glad somebody was being a blessing to you. God bless that church.
Yeah.
And but yeah, the music, I know what I'm listening for, and when I get it, I like it. And certain songs just fit certain things.
Right.
And we've been pretty fortunate for the racing show and the sports show to come up with something that we like. No, I haven't, Jake. I'll tell you what, though, it's a holiday weekend. I'll get it this weekend. I swear it. I swear it. And I don't swear, but I swear it. But yeah, man. We're going to talk a little sports, and we got racing right behind us, so we don't have a lot of time because that was kind of a delay. But we are going to talk a little bit about sports. And I ran into, I'm not going to cover them tonight, but I was talking to a Clemson fan that I'm friends with. He followed us on Apple podcast. So when you hear this, my man, shout out to you. He said, when you find out how good they're going to do, oh, I know. No, it's been longer than a month, Jake. You're being kind. You're being very kind. It's longer than a month, and I did promise you a pin too, and I'm going to make it happen. I will make it happen. I know, like, have it fulfilled. I actually was going to do it that last that week I took off. Man, I got so busy, and I plumb forgot. That's a good Southern word. Plumb forgot.
There you go. Yeah.
Your birthday's coming up on the 28th. Happy birthday to you.
Yeah, happy birthday.
And we hope we appreciate. Jake goes live all the time. Let me promo here. I'm sorry we hadn't done wrestling yet. We're going to. If you've been watching my social media, I haven't talked a lot about it. I've been asking for prayer. I have a son that got, he's been in some trouble, and it's been heartbreaking. And we've been continuing on, but it has thrown me off my game a little bit. But we're locked in and loaded and ready to go, and nothing's going to stop. It's just life, but it hurts. And so y'all pray for my son, pray for my wife, pray for me. But Jake does shows all the time on all kinds of topics. He's connected up with people all over, just like Killer Carl, and we appreciate them very, very much. All their friendships. Broski, you're awesome. You Philadelphia transplant down to Charlotte area or right south of Charlotte. We appreciate you so very much. And get this thing. I'm trying to make sure air's not blowing on. I think it is. Let me make sure here. That might be a little better. But appreciate y'all being in here tonight. Let's talk sports. And the first thing we're going to talk about, I tell you, it's just one of those nights, man. It's like nothing's going right. It's okay. It is okay.
That's life for you.
That's life for you. There we go. I got to get Jake's puppets up there. He'll be upset, because he's the one that did those for me. And it's just one of those nights, man. It's just one of those nights. It's not going to do it. There it is. Jake made those for us, so I wanted to make sure Jake saw that. Well, thank you, man. I try. I really try. Something heartwarming, Jake says. A friend of mine by the name of Lucretia Hughes lost her home and texted me to give me the news that she's losing her home. She's been in the show. Oh, well, heartwarming. That's hard. That's sad. So I think he meant the other way. Pray for her. So very, very sad to hear that. All right, let's get ready here, and I'm gonna pop up a couple things, and we're gonna talk a little bit about sports. That's what we're here for, right?
Yeah, that's right.
We're gonna talk sports, and we're gonna start out with baseball. It's gonna shove us over a little bit there, and things have been clicking right along. And when we last looked, the Yankees a little bit more of a fight than we thought.
Yeah, they do.
With the Blue Jays, and the Blue Jays have got a better record right now over the last 10. And the Rays have stumbled just a little bit. Remember, they were a half game out.
They were, yeah.
And they're still a half game out, but we got a tie for the lead here, 48-38. Go Blue Jays. So I said the Blue Jays were right there. The Rays stumbled, went 500. Boom. And the Red Sox couldn't make up any ground because they went 3-7, and the Orioles are horrible, 37-49. The Tigers are still in their winning ways, 6-4 over the last 10. The Guardians, can we just call them the Indians?
Yeah, I think we should. Yes.
I really just don't care about this new name.
I don't either.
I don't like the name. I've never liked it.
I
I'm just going to call them the Indians. So they can be mad if they want. 3-7. Detroit's well in hand, and nobody else is playing good in that division. So Detroit rocking it. The Stros, 52-34, 8-2 over their last 10. Mariners 6-4, but losing ground because the Astros are rocking. Angels are trying to hold around. Yes, broski. I put that up right now because I believe in it. I can't call the Indians their new name. Same with the Redskins. That's right. I'm not doing it. Heck with them. We're still a fan of the Indians and the Redskins.
That's right.
So Astros are kicking it. So let's go back up. It's National League. Look at the Bravos, who were playing well. They swept the Mets there, but then look what happens. They're 4-6 over the last 10. They did win their last game. They're still, and they dropped one from last week. They're one game more.
Yeah, they are.
Well, they were 10 games out, and they're 11.
Right.
It's not going to happen.
No, they ain't.
Even though the Phillies and the Mets have not been playing well, the Braves have blew it. The Marlins have actually put the pressure on the Braves. They're 11 games back. They're 9-1 over their last 10. The Braves may drop to just below the Appalachia Nationals, who actually are 5-5 and playing better than the Braves right now.
Yeah.
Everybody's playing better than the Braves.
Yeah, they are. What happened
except
to
the Mets.
What happened to the Braves?
I don't know. That's a lot of money on that roster for that. Come on. And I was just going there, broski. The Cubs, shocker of all shockers, 51-35. Although they're just 5-5 over their last 10, they have won the last 2. The Brewers were supposed to be the dog in that division, and they're 3 games out. The Cardinals 5, Reds holding on outside hope 6-5. Pirates are going nowhere, although they're 8-2 over the last 10, but they're 14 games out, so it's kind of hard to notice that. And then, yes, for all my friends who are Dodgers fans,
I used to be.
You used to be?
I used to be.
He used to be. That's like saying you used to be a Tennessee Vol fan. Come on, man.
I cannot go in that direction. I can't go in that direction. No.
No, I'm just kidding. The Dodgers.
I got my Georgia card, so I give my Georgia card up.
There you go. We're not going to give up on the Braves.
No.
But we are going to dog them out.
You got that right.
Brusky said baseball's dead to him. Well, then don't be bragging on the Cubs then. If you're going to brag on the Cubs, you're in. You are in baseball, dude.
That's right.
The Padres, I thought would play better than this. They are above 500, but they're just not playing the level I thought they would. But I knew the Dodgers were going to be tough. The Giants not playing good the last 10. Neither's the Diamondbacks. The Rockies are helpless Rockies, 19-67, 35 and a half games back. My gosh.
They're forking them. They're done.
They are done, man. That is horrible. So there's your Braves and baseball report and kind of looking at where they're at. Games over the weekend as usual, so we got to see what they're doing and catch up with this. Broski, and we'll come back to you, Dean, in just a second. I just want to catch the chat up. The LA Dodgers should change their name to the LA Encampments. That's pretty good. Broski, Clemson should have a really good team. It's quarterback Cade Klubnik's third year as their starter. It's Penn State's quarterback Drew Allar's third year starter. Well, okay. I am going to cover them maybe next week. Not this week, but maybe next week. But I told him we would be covering them. We're going to talk about racing here in just a minute. Jake wants to know he's thought about the racing. Well, you know he was happy.
Yeah.
You know he was happy. His boy won.
Yeah.
And we have the racing show coming up next. So hang with us. We got videos and we've got other things. But let's go to Dean for his brave notes. Even though they can't seem to win more than 4 games out of 10.
You're right.
We still love our Bravos.
Yeah, because they're in Georgia.
We're still doing the chop.
Yeah, we are.
Dean, what you got?
Okay. Truist Park cost $622 million to build.
Wow. And that's cheap now.
Yeah. They broke ground on September 16th, 2014.
God, it's been that long. That just
Yes.
don't even seem right.
Chris Sales is on the injury list.
Yeah.
Ron Acuna is in the All-Star Home Run Derby.
Yes, he did. He is doing that.
All-Star will be at Truist Ballpark July 8th to 25.
So it stands to reason he wants to do that in front of the home fans. Just getting back from injury. But it's not that hard for him to swing the bat. It's the running that would be the pressure on that knee, I guess. But but I'm glad he's playing. And for the home crowd, that's good for them.
What do you mean knee trouble? I got knee trouble.
Well, you're not trying to round the bases at
No, but
lightning speed.
I can do it yet. No, lay out the knee trouble, okay?
Okay, sorry. I didn't mean to bring up bad memories there.
Truist Park opened in 2017. Located in Cumberland Park of Atlanta.
And by the way, that's controversial because everybody said they should be called the Cobb County Braves now, not the Atlanta Braves.
Right.
Come on. A lot of teams are situated right out of downtown, even outside the city limits because you can't find the land. That is an awesome stadium. It is tight in there. You got to find parking, but that is a fantastic battery area. I've been there. Those people can go fly a kite. I like the stadium. There's no bad sight lines, and that's a cool area to walk into. So
there's like Atlanta is not really the Atlanta Speedway is not really Atlanta.
Exactly.
It's in Hampton, Georgia.
So quit crying, you people. It was good for them to get out of downtown.
Yeah.
It's a much nicer area. It's safer. It's just better. It's easier to get on off the interstate
It is. Cobb County previously. Let me try that again, folks. The Braves used to play at SunTrust Park.
Yes.
Surface is Seashore Plaza Open Platinum, March 31st, 2017 exhibition game. April 18th, 2017 was a cottage game. April 14th was a regular game. It was all back in 2017.
That's amazing. It's the only thing is, and like with any stadium, if you're going to go, when you go, if you have walking problems or something like that, I'm not going to say that word, have somebody drop you off. Don't pay the Uber fee.
Right.
Sorry, Uber fans.
There you go.
And drivers. Have them drop you off. You can't park down there, but you can get dropped off. There's a place to pull over and get dropped off. And then they can just go park and meet you there.
Right.
Or if you're staying at a hotel, take the cab. Or even Uber. It's worth the $25.
Right.
If you want to do it one way, when you're leaving or whatever. But it is a long walk to the parking. And I want to tell you, when I went, I parked at some real official parking. It was at the KFC. So I took a little risk there, but I didn't have any problems. But it was $10 to park, which is cheap.
It is.
Nowadays.
Yeah.
And I did walk down, but Cook was with me. Cook is not even in the chat tonight. And I told Cook, because he asked about it, he was hurting. He has, we won't say that word, problems. And he was limping bad by the time we got out of the stadium, out to where the shops are, right at the highway. So I said, look, dude, I'll just come pick you up. Don't worry about that $25. So we walked down, got the car, and picked him up. We were fine. But if you have some sort of problem, we're not going to say that word, then I would get dropped off there. There's shuttles, I'm sure, or whatever. But if you're in Atlanta.
But I'm getting better with it, so we can say it, but don't advertise it.
Getting better. Getting better. Not on the injured reserve anymore.
No.
Okay, let's pull up and go to our next thing. And let's talk about the Tennessee Volunteers.
Do we have to?
We're going to go to our college because we're kind of having to move a little bit tonight, a little bit. We had problems getting going, and that's okay. Let me remove this. Hang on. Stop screen. Let me move this back up. I know y'all just loving this blow by blow I'm giving you here. It's okay. Here we go. All right, let's talk about Tennessee. And you notice they put, I want to go back up on this page, the key game. Look who they got as their key game.
I know it.
Georgia. You know why? They used to always say it was Alabama. Now, the reason they say that is because Georgia's now been champion a couple of times in a row.
Right.
And then, obviously, other teams, yes, Broski. We know it wasn't SEC, but they used to diss us. Like, Georgia, we're not worried about them. But now that's the key game. And they have to put here the Tennessee 34-31, October 1st, 2016. But it was the reverse over the last 8 meetings. This year, it's the SEC opener. It's a home game for Tennessee. A win would set a tone for this to be a special season if they can pull it off. Now, again, these are homers for Tennessee to a degree, obviously, because in these articles that they're putting out over the last day or two, they're wanting to say that Tennessee could win it all.
I don't think so.
You make me laugh.
And
this is not a knock at you Tennessee fans, but come on. You lose an NFL running back.
Right.
Your quarterback transfers out, or you kick him out. You kicked him out. And, yeah, broski, I'm talking college football now. You can tune back in. Turn your hearing aid back up. He don't wear a hearing aid, I'm sure. So, Tennessee, I know. You're right. I'm going to put it up here. So, they're already saying they could win it all. Now, John Adams, who is a sports writer for the Tennessee, and I believe it is, out of Nashville, Tennessee, he made a remark this week, something about someone had said Tennessee would be ranked 11th, and somebody said, that's not bad to be ranked 11th. He said, in the nation, not in the nation, in the SEC. Ooh, could they be the worst team in the SEC? Well, I don't think that will happen. But I'm going to tell you what, they're going to be pushed by some teams. And so Tennessee obviously lost Nico.
Right.
Nico. But what's funny is their top transfer in, they don't talk about the quarterbacks. They don't talk about it. It's amazing that they're talking about an offensive guard, but played for Notre Dame. So this kind of tells you where Tennessee is at when the biggest transfer loss, the top transfer, is an offensive guard, and what's going out is the quarterback. Now Tennessee fans are trashing this kid. They said I never really liked him. I didn't like him. Yes. Yeah, and they don't even highlight that. So what's that tell you? Well, Broski says that Nico sucks. Well, a lot of Tennessee fans would agree with you right now. But that's where they're at. And if you go down, this is what they list is their top 10 players. Jamad McCoy, cornerback, he is good. I've watched him play. Vol fans love Nico. They did. Joshua Josephs, the edge, is a senior. Remember, they lost the great pass rusher, Pierce, who's now an Atlanta Falcon.
Right.
I like that. Bryson Eason, defensive tackle, or is it offensive tackle? Sorry, senior. Lance Hurd, Jr., Aaron Carter, linebacker. And Aaron's good. I've watched him play. Names I recognize. Ricky Gibson, third cornerback. So here we've talked about line and we've talked about defense. Now, Miles Kittleman, tight end senior, is listed. Boo Carter from my area. Boo Carter, sophomore. He is top talent. And Broski says, no exaggeration, I don't think the Vols are top 25. I'll be honest with you, I tend to agree with you.
I do too.
I would say they're going to have to obviously prove it like any team, but they don't get the benefit of the doubt. They got problems, and they lost some talent, and they haven't been able to keep up with that. And a lot of people, a lot of players turned them down. They've lost some players.
They have.
They do have some talent on the roster. They do, like Boo Carter. They've got some folks, but they have lost some folks. So you get down here, they give you some 24 fun facts, fourth down conversions. They were at 61%, opponents 32%. Okay, that was last year. Second quarter scoring 153-37. They made a big deal about that.
They did.
And they did score a lot with that really fast offense. You know, they snap the ball as quick as they can. But late in the game, they were wore out and teams were wearing on them. Their defense got tired. Tackles for loss, Tennessee 100 for 354 yards. Opponent 62 for 216. Again, it's hard to catch them behind the line a lot of times because the way they move that offense. So the question was, just how good will the offense be? Last year's teams didn't have a nasty SEC road schedule other than the trip to Georgia, it says. But there was a win over Alabama, a win over Florida, and no apologies. An SEC team went 10-2 before the college football playoff. That's good enough.
I cannot believe that Tennessee beat Bama last year.
Yeah, they can't either. Bama fans can't. Well, I'd say some Tennessee fans were shocked about it as well.
I was.
Things are a bit different this time. The Georgia game is at home. We don't care.
Right.
We play better on the road anyway.
Yeah.
There's no Texas, LSU, Ole Miss, Missouri, South Carolina, Texas A&M, or Auburn to deal with. There's just one road date late in November. Yes, going to Alabama is a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Of course it is. And having to travel to Kentucky the week after hurts. And going to Florida could be a make or break moment. But there's your ifs and buts. If the offense is as good at running as it was last year's was, it's not going to be. Getting back to 10 wins isn't a wild dream. But this won't be like last year. The defense will keep the team in every game. And the special teams will come through in at least one key victory, but there will be one extra misfire this year to miss out on the CFP. Set the Tennessee win total at 8.5.
I don't see that happening.
Likely wins: ETSU, New Mexico State, UAB, Vanderbilt. 50-50 games. They're listed Florida, Georgia as 50-50. No way. No way. There's no way that's 50-50. Kentucky, maybe Mississippi State, Oklahoma, Syracuse, Atlanta. And they're going to say likely losses Alabama. Why? Alabama's got some issues too.
Yeah.
So they're building them up, then tore them down. 8 wins, 8.5 wins is where they kind of think that they're going to reside. And there are some misses this year in some of the schedules. There are some things that's going to be for some teams. They don't have a really hard schedule. Broski says Clemson has the softest schedule ever. It is soft. I saw it. I looked at it because I thought about covering them. Tennessee has a soft schedule for being an SEC team. That's true, which that's good for them. And I'm not saying they can't beat Florida or even Alabama or Georgia, but that team's going to have it's going to have some growing pains.
Right.
It really is. And you are correct, sir. That is a bad, bad, bad schedule. You were dogging Georgia out, but that schedule's softer than Georgia's, man. Come on. Our schedule's actually got some pretty heavy hitters on it. So I would say, dang right. But there's your Tennessee. What can you say? They're going to have to. They still got a lot of good talent on the team. They've got a fan base that will absolutely support them. The coach has done well, but he has, he has missed some on some things.
That's right.
They didn't close out some games that they should have. They did get their win over Bama, but they lost a lot. And this quarterback may come in and light it up. But this is the SEC. It's a little, and he might, who knows? He could get beat out by somebody on the bench. I don't know. Those things can happen. So, you think that's fair? 8.5? Tennessee fans are going to be looking at 10. I think that if they'll say, if we can get to 10 wins, we can get in the playoff, then anything can happen.
I never seen them going 8.5. I see them maybe 4.
4.
I can't stand Tennessee, so I go give them down the road.
That's a heart pick. I hate them.
I do too.
I think it could be a 7 or 8 win season. Truly,
my first team is Georgia, of course. Then Bama, then Florida.
Come on, man! You're not counting Florida. That's a road game. And we're playing in Atlanta. That's a road game.
Right.
Even though we might be selected as the home game. Don't worry. We'll be covering Georgia here soon. And we'll cover Ohio State. All right. Let's do that. Let's move along. And we're going to look at, because I couldn't wait no longer,
the birds.
Yeah, but which bird?
The Falcons.
It's the dirty bird.
Right.
We're going to talk about the Atlanta Falcons. Yes. And I just pulled up their roster because I want to highlight some stuff about this. We've already looked at their scheduling and everything. This team is young. It's hungry. It's exciting. They filled in some nice pieces from the draft. I don't know if I'll have time to get to the rest of the division, but we'll double up next week and expand the time. I said we're going to have to expand the time, but I did want to get to the Falcons. We'll finish the rest of the NFC South next week if I don't have time to get to it, because I do want to leave a little time for NASCAR.
Okay.
We'll talk NASCAR a little bit in the sports show. Then we'll actually close down the show, and we'll bring up our NASCAR show next, which Broski will not be in. He hates racing.
Oh, man, come on.
Yeah, I know. Yankee transplant. Broski says, I think Michael Penix could be a stud. I'm not sure about the defensive and offensive outside linebackers they drafted, though. Well, we're going to talk about that. Now, first of all, the offensive side of the ball, they have a really a great thing going on because they have Tyler Algier. And so they don't have to have one running back carry the thing all the time. And that is a big deal. When you look at some teams are stuck. Like Derrick Henry, sometimes, I know he's a beast, but they put a lot of mileage on him because he has been used so much. But they have Algier. And it's funny, they still have Felipe Franks as a tight end, the former quarterback. He can play pretty well that position, but obviously he's not the starter. Let me get on down here. And I wanted to look at, we've got Drake London, who's lining up. He is a young stud himself. He's not the top 5. He's not the super elite. This guy is really good. And with the balance that they have there, I think they're going to be fine at that. Ray McLeod is a very nice player. I like that. Mooney will be there in the mix. He's going to be fine, and they've got some young players to fill in around him. And when you put Penix there, and there we see Penix, when you put Penix out there, and I know that may be small on the screen, but we'll blow Mr. Penix up right here really quick. When you see this guy right here, who is a lefty, and he's got, and I don't know if you can't see it, but hanging on my wall is his jersey, the running back from Texas. You put all those pieces out there with, if we could ever get the tight end to deliver like it's supposed to, I think the offensive line is good enough. This team is solid. It is solid. But I want to go back, Broski, because, he's always cracking on my teams. And Bijan Robinson, there he is. Where did I want to look at? Now, some of these players won't end up being on the team. A.J. Terrell will be there, but some of these players will not be there. Jalen Walker, defensive end, is a great player. Now, I know he's not outside linebacker there, but he is he will be. He is on that defense, my man. And you're saying that you're not sure about him? He's a North Carolina kid, man. Come on. Salisbury, North Carolina.
And he's a Georgia kid, too.
And he's from Georgia. He went to Georgia. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Awesome.
There's a plus. There's a plus for him.
Love this guy. We'll move that down. Love this guy. And so, they caught flack for it. Go back up. They caught a lot of flack for it. Well, it might be down. No, it's not down. Let me find out where he's at. Probably passed him up. I'm sorry, I didn't have these in order. It's okay. There he is, defensive end, James Pierce from, the Tennessee Volunteers. 6'5", 242 pounds, 32 1/3 arms, 10 on the hands. This guy from Charlotte, North Carolina, Broski, you dissing North Carolina kids here.
Right.
This guy right here, and they didn't have the rights to use his picture, so we don't have a picture. This kid has one of the best first steps already in the NFL coming out of college. He is a very fast off-the-ball guy. Now, I realize he's got to he'll have to, make sure he doesn't let the runner get by him. But I think they are well enough and they've got some young guys that really came on from previous drafts. They did right. They built this line through the draft, and they probably should have drafted higher when they did. But through it all, they've got the offense set, they got the defense set. They got some nice pieces of the defensive backfield. They have really good linebackers. They could probably use another one, to be honest, to his point. But I like this team, and I'm hard on them. I'm really hard on them. Broski says Penix is the only Division I quarterback to throw for 4,600 yards plus back-to-back seasons. Nice stat there. I didn't know that.
I didn't either.
Thanks for sharing that. That's a lot of yards. Think about that. That's a lot of yards in back-to-back seasons. He doesn't get rattled. He's confident, though. He's confident without being egotistical. He moves well. He's not a fast guy, but he moves well enough. He's got good hands. He has a nice release on the ball. And I think that this guy, Dean, along with Jalen, I think they're going to be fine. Now, I'm not saying they're winning the Super Bowl. What I'm saying is, though, they should win that division. They should. They will be in the playoffs, and then we'll just have to see what happens. We'll talk about that later. But I think they win the NFC South. We'll cover the other teams next week. I think they do get they get to win the division, they get in the playoffs, and then we'll just have to see what the matchups are. Barring major injury on 2 or 3 players that are really critical to the team. Now, areas they need to improve on this year, the field goal kicking was not good last year. Young Ho Koo, he didn't kick good last year. That's got to improve. The punter is a good one, but they're fine there. But special teams wise, they did give up some stuff they shouldn't have gave up. They got to tighten that up. And this defense have got to get off the field quicker and get the offense back out there. I mean, nothing new there, but that's critical that they get that done. I'm looking forward to the season. We're already in July. The camps are opening this month.
Oh, really?
The camps open this month. Preseason games next month.
Ah.
The regular season is that close. September, I think it's the 6th or something like that, is the opening games of the season. I love NFL football.
Where's this year going? This year
it's flying by. Well, you know what happened? We got into a racing season.
Uh-huh.
And we're so into that,
right?
It's just sneaking up on us.
You're right.
But we will continue our camp tours. I'll promise you we'll cover more the next time. We're trying to get 2 shows
if you know it, the baseball wild card's coming up.
Baseball wild card will be coming up. And
the World Series.
Yeah, so we'll have all that going on while the season gets started. I'm looking forward to the NFL season. Let's get it on. Looking forward to college football. Next time we're also going to cover we'll cover the Ohio State team just for Broski because he's been run smack. So we'll cover them, and we'll cover Clemson, and we'll cover the Alabama Crimson Tide. We'll cover them the next time, and then we'll get the rest of the NFC South in, and then we'll move on from there. But looking forward to it. Dean, thanks as always.
You're welcome.
We're going to check out of here because we got racing show coming up. Really quick, thoughts on the race for this show. I know you were happy.
Oh, I was happy.
Atlanta, big wreck.
Yes.
We got a little video. Chase gets the win.
He
had to have it.
That was outstanding.
We said he had to have it. We were rooting for him to get it.
Yes.
We put him up there.
Yes.
It's the one race we all done good.
That's right.
Hey, finally.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, we're getting good at this.
Yeah, we are.
Took a big wreck, maybe. No, he's been doing good.
You're right.
He did what he had to do.
Right.
Secondly, to NASCAR, we can talk about it more in the NASCAR show. Suarez is out.
I know it.
I couldn't believe it.
I couldn't either. I read that yesterday. It blew me away.
There's a lot of moves going on already for next year.
Yes, they are.
This guy that come in and is buying this, and I'll be honest with you, I don't understand the whole thing about the charter, but this guy that's coming in, he's going to spend all this money and build up 3 cars that it's called 23XI or whatever. It's called them some problems. I don't know, but he's throwing a bunch of money around, man. He wants to build a powerhouse, and so things may be changing. So this is going to force other teams to think about already who they might want to have in that seat, a seat for their team for next year, because this guy's coming in. We'll have to get the news up on that.
Yeah.
This guy's coming in and spending big time money. And he's been there before. He's kind of back, and he's back with a vengeance, and he says he's going to field a championship team, and as quick as possible. So we'll see. Hey, that's your sports show. Dean, thanks. Love it, man. Thanks for the Braves report.
Thank you.
Truist Park sounds like a bargain now, considering all the things that we've heard of before.
I have more notes next week.
More notes next week. Go Braves. Come on, do something.
Right.
At least play out hard. I mean, come on, man.
Right.
You can do that. You got that.
Right.
We'll see you next time.